It's your girl Michaela Copeland here. Today's video is about people's reactions to me being trans, which for women, they've generally been pretty accepting because I have made a real effort in transitioning. I am 56 months on hormones and I've been out for nearly 7 years. As you probably are aware, I did have top surgery about 3 months ago. And women just don't have a problem with it because they can see how much of a real effort I have made. Unlike men, which I do get dirty looks from, or I've had them calling the usual slurs to me, which the police do nothing about. And they also go on about me and other trans women using women's toilets and all that. And they keep on going on about trans women on whether they've had bottom surgery or not, which I will be having in October once I finish hair removal, which Friday next week I have got another session down below, and I'm a little bit dysphoric at the moment because on Friday I've got a session of electrolysis for half an hour and I've not been able to shave since Friday because I've got to let the hair grow. Because I've been on hormones for so long, what little of my facial hair I've got has turned white, which laser does not pick up white hair all that well, which is why I've got to have electrolysis, which I want to have it totally gone, which I started laser back in 2019 because I know that the 8 sessions you get on the NHS was going to be nowhere near enough, so I did have a load of laser sessions, which laser has done as much as it can do for my face. It's now time for me to switch to electrolysis, and this is part of my commitment to transition because I have made such a real effort. I went private for 2 years for my hormones while I wait for the NHS to catch up. And there's another thing that annoys me, particularly what I get from men, is that they go on about, oh, we should not get hormones on the NHS, we should not have surgeries, and they do not realise how much of an effort me and others make, which, because I was waiting for so long and I got so desperate, just over 5 years ago, a month before the first lockdown, I started self-medicating out of pure desperation, which I did ask my current and my previous GP for bridging hormones to steer me away from it. Only after the 6th time of asking, after I moved after my dad kicked me out because he just refuses to accept me, was it finally added to my medical notes. Then by the time my GP finally heard back from my then gender clinic Charing Cross about bridging hormones, they advised me just to take estrogen only, by which point I'd already stopped self-medding and I was going private. And as well, all the right-wing media, particularly GB News and Talk TV, The Guardian, The Daily Mirror and The Telegraph and The Sun, they keep on attacking trans women, and it's very much the same thing back in the 80s and 90s when Section 28 was in force, which they punched it against gay people, and now today is just literally the same thing. It's recycled homophobia. So many people who know me and have not abandoned me since I came out, because I have lost some friends, but that's not important because I guess they weren't friends to begin with. I just hate it that it seems like I'm always facing trial whenever I go out. I am fully I am fully socially transitioned. I have no male clothes at all. I made such a real effort from name change, social transition, hormones, surgery. Just really annoys me, and I have had it from my own family where I got it from my dad's eldest brother and my second youngest brother. They all kept on going on about that. Rome wasn't built in a day. I wasn't patient enough, and I did in fact get conversion therapy from them because my eldest brother said, "As you've been waiting for so long, you're not yet been seen. Don't you think you should stop this transgender madness?" Which female members of my family, I don't have a problem with because they do accept how far I've came, and I've spent a lot of money on hair, makeup, hormones, counselling sessions. I just want my family to accept me, which I am on a finishing straight. I just need to finish off hair removal. Then in October I will be having bottom surgery, which I will need someone to look after me because I'm going to spend 5 days at Nuffield Health in Brighton. Then I'm housebound for 2 weeks, and there's no heavy lifting for at least 6 weeks. And as well, I've got to dilate 3 times a day for a couple of months. Then it reduces down to twice a day, then once a day, then eventually down to once a week. Um, because I have been seen by my gender clinic, who are medically qualified, my both my eldest brother and my second youngest brother do not like it because they think that my gender clinic were only being nice to me. And according to my dad, he thinks that I'm not really a woman, has never been out with a guy before, which he would never ever say that to a gay guy or to a lesbian. Gender and sexuality are two entirely separate things, and gender is who you go to bed as. Sexuality is who you go to bed with. And because I think it's partly because my dad refuses to accept me, although I have heard he started calling me his daughter, and apparently he has started calling me Michaela and by her she pronouns. But I don't know, and I get it. I got this so much from my family that what about if you regret it when you have surgery? When I was socially transitioning, which I had to do, and they did not like it about when I went through depot and started socially transitioning because they was always on about my bottom half, and that just frustrated the hell out of me because why is it always men that goes on about it? It's not like I'm gonna get it out and just sexually assault a woman, which because I have been on hormones for so long, it doesn't work anymore and I can't produce anything whatsoever. Whereas women are great, they accept me because they know how much of an effort I have made. And I would rather die than ever detransition because when I was a kid, I thought there was no hope for me, especially going through puberty, which was absolute hell for me. And back when I was a kid, I wanted to die. My dad, um, my dad did ask me if there's anything I wanted to tell him, and I couldn't because I did try coming out when I was 8. My mum beat the holy hell out of me. And I knew that because it was the late 90s, my family would say that you're only a kid, you should wait until you're older. And when I did come out 7 years ago, people do not realise how big a brave pill I had to swallow to come out. And 3 months after I went through Depot, my dad did try to say to me, do you want to go back to your birth name, which is so hateful. And it seems like I had to ask my dad for permission to legally change my name, despite the fact I'm legally an adult. Eldest brother, he claimed that I should have picked a gender neutral name instead of Michaela, which I do not feel or look like an Ashley or a Charlie. And to my younger brother, who's 3 years younger than me, which I was hugely surprised about, he was like, you're forcing me and bullying me. Well, I had my GRC, I'm legally female. When I did send off for my GRC, I sent a load of documents about that big, and for that I had to send off both my medical reports, statutory declaration, both my deed polls, what else? Oh, and proof for 2 years I've been using my name, so energy bills and bank statements and all that. And it took me a lot. And it's just really frustrating that my family did not accept how I am. Some older guys in town, they just accept me as a woman. It's just certain people around my family and their friends, which I have had transphobic hate crimes against me because they've been dead naming me and misgendering me, and one of them actually threatened to hit me in the face with his walking stick. And in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be going up to London to see a friend who I've known for 26 years. She accepts me no problems because she could see how much of an effort I'd made. And when we went to school together, she could tell I was really, really uncomfortable. She knew there was something wrong, but she couldn't put a finger on it. And if I bothered to tell her, she would have accepted me straight away. It's just really frustrating that I've literally had to make my own family from within the trans community and my closest friends from school. Please do leave your comments down below in the description box. Press the subscribe button and turn that bell notification thingy on. Do please leave a like, and I'll see you very soon. So this is Miss Michaela Copeland of The Michaela Show. Much love to you, wherever you may be in the world. I'll see you very soon, everyone. Much love. Bye.